let's be honest. Cheating doesn't just happen suddenly. No one gets up and says, I think I'll wreck my relationship today. No, it grows quietly, slowly, like a slow leak in a pipe, drop by drop. A text you don't get here, a look that feels cold there, a hug that seems just a little too distant. At first, you don't see it. You're too occupied with life, bills, work, duties. You think it's just stress. She's only tired. You tell yourself she's busy. But the real story is the leak has already begun, and you will not see it until the entire ceiling falls down, until it's too late, until the happy sounds stop, until the text becomes shorter, until the woman you loved is across the table from you and she's simply gone. But here's what people don't say. A woman who cheats always leaves clues. It's not silent, it's not clean, and it's not without broken parts in the foundation. Think about that. The signs are ever present, left behind like crumbs. You simply didn't want to look for them. You told yourself lies that she's only busy, only tired, that it'll go away, that she wants to be alone. But under that excuse, under that gentle denial, there's a man who is aware. He knows it. He notices something's wrong, but he doesn't have the power to speak it aloud. Not yet. And if you've ever felt that heavy feeling in your stomach, that silent fear that something is wrong, that pain in your chest at 2 a.m., that quiet in a room that was once full of laughter, pay close attention. Because when a woman cheats, she always leaves marks in the dirt, signs you can follow, times you'll think about later, asking yourself how you didn't see it. And today, we're not hiding it. Today, we're finding every one of those signs so you see them again, so you know your value, so you step into clarity, not confusion. Let's start. Sign 1. Her focus changes and she acts like it hasn't. This one doesn't shout, it speaks softly. It comes slowly. You don't need a university degree to sense it. You just need to see the feeling. One day, she's loving, she's interested, she's involved, she's asking about your day, grinning when you come home, gripping your hand just because. The following day, it's like you're talking to a person you don't know, wearing her face. She doesn't ask how your work went. She no longer laughs at your stories, even the ones she once loved. She doesn't remember your mom's birthday or that you can't eat shellfish. She doesn't remember you. And when you talk about it different, she tells you you're overthinking. I've only been tired. You're being needy. But here's the real talk, brother. Women don't go away for no reason. They don't just close off emotionally for nothing. They go away when their heart moves somewhere else. Whether it's a different man, a dream, or just the thought of freedom and leaving, the attention, it's not on you anymore. And that's the first true break. It doesn't seem like betrayal, it doesn't feel like it either, but it is. Because emotional distance, that's the number one step before physical betrayal. Make sure you watch until the very end to get all the important information. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video.
Sign number 2, she begins keeping secrets about the little things. Cheating does not begin in the bedroom. That's the false story we've been told in movies, where it begins with a kiss, a caress, a hotel room. But in truth, it starts in the quiet. She would tell you all things, even the dull stuff, like what Susan at work said, what she ate for lunch, how the dog yelled at the delivery guy. Now she only says, tiring day, and leaves. No information, no tales, no kindness. And you don't understand at first, because everyone has bad days, right? But after that, you notice it's not just her words that have become silent. It's her very being. She would leave her phone on the table, right? Open, screen showing, alerts appearing. Not a problem. Now, that phone's screened down, locked up tight like a safe, always in her grip. Even when she washes, it's close by. You make a fun comment about it, she says, you're being over the top, you don't believe me. And suddenly you become the villain. You're envious, you're not confident, you're bossy. But brother, let's not act you don't see what's truly happening here. She's compartmentalizing. She's splitting her life into 2 paths. The person of herself that's remaining with you, and the person that's without a sound gradually moving away. You understand, a woman doesn't have to step out the door to go. Sometimes she remains but brings everything that is important with her. Her honesty, her joy, her loyalty. Her body may continue in the room, but her heart is getting ready to leave. A cheating woman turns into a magician. She pulls your focus with one hand. See, everything's okay, you're just seeing things. While the other hand conceals what you're not meant to see. It's tricks and illusions. It's manipulation with a grin. And if you start believing you're insane, if you start questioning what you feel deep inside, it's because she's learned something even stronger than lying. Emotional gaslighting. She'll make you doubt reality, make you ask if you're just being too emotional, make you feel bad for seeing that she's different. But in your soul, you know. You've forever known because feelings don't lie. A woman's presence, her work, her words, they all change when her heart does.
And here is the most painful part. She'll continue to act like she's yours, only enough to keep you lost. But in reality, she's trying out a new life, one where you're no longer the main character. She will not tell you. She will not argue with you. She'll just disappear piece by piece. And when you finally notice, she's already halfway out the door, emotionally gone and not responsible. Sign number 3, the intimacy disappears or changes. One of the biggest red flags is what occurs in the bedroom, or not. Intimacy, true, raw, emotional intimacy, is more than sex. It's about bonding. It's about vibe. It's about two people meeting with trust between them. But when a woman begins cheating, that intimacy shifts, and you sense it before you even know what you're feeling. She might all at once become chilly, not caring, far away, as if being close to you is hard work, as if your hands are strange, as if your body against her skin doesn't seem like home, like a memory she's moved on from. And you start wondering, what did I do bad? Did I become different? Is she just under pressure? But it's more than that. Sometimes the change goes the opposite way. She becomes very interested, too forceful, too much. She brings in new actions, unlike energy, a passion that wasn't there previously. And rather than feeling happy, you feel lost, because the question starts to repeat in your head. Where did she pick that up? Who is this actually for? And that's the surprise, my brother. Both situations, lack of warmth or hypersexuality, are signs. Because when a woman is cheating, she's not only sharing her body, she's turning her intimacy into something else. And intimacy, similar to money, has an end. It can't be used in two places together. So what occurs? That connection either disappears with you or gets made bigger as a show, as a way to hide, as fixing problems. Sex becomes one of 3 things: a duty just to stop fighting, a fake act, a put-on show to make you think everything is fine, a secret admission, an attempt to help her own feeling of wrong. But one thing it almost never is now: genuine. You'll sense it afterwards, when she turns away instead of cuddling you, when the quiet between you lasts longer than the night, when you feel more by yourself after being intimate than you did earlier. It's like kissing someone through a clear wall. It appears the same, seems the same, but it's hollow. That is not love. That is not bonding. That is not a temporary thing. That's the leftover of betrayal. You'll stay up wondering, why does she seem so distant? And the answer, because she is. Her body may remain next to you, but her spirit is in another place. Her mind is with another person. Her heart is enjoying a world you're not allowed into. And that, my brother, is one of the most painful forms of pain. If this is connecting with you, wait until you see what's next. Subscribe and like the video so you don't miss the crucial signs coming up now. Sign number 5. Her tomorrow plans do not include you. This one hurts hard. It doesn't arrive with a scream. It doesn't arrive with a fight. It appears in quiet, a sort of emotional fog that comes in slow. But when it's there, you can't picture the future anymore. At best, not the one you both once dreamed of. One day she's saying, when we go on vacation next summer. The next day it's, I want to travel more. Not we, just I.
She would say, when we get a place together. Now it's, I've been thinking of moving. And it's more than just words. It's the sound, the missing excitement, the no more shared vision, the change from us to me. And it hurts because it's hard to see. After all, it doesn't come with a big sign. After all, it happens in such tiny ways. You don't even realize she's bit by bit removing you from her future. She talks about changing now, about being alone, about getting better, but not with you. She doesn't say, I want to get better together. She says, I need a break. I need to be away. I need to understand things out. And when you ask, where do I belong in all this? She looks lost, as if the idea of including you didn't even enter her mind. That's when it strikes you. She's already planning her leave, and you're just hoping for a message. That's why you feel like a spirit in your own relationship. That's why her eyes don't sparkle when they look into yours anymore. That's why everything feels like it's drifting in a place of waiting. Because in her mind, she's already left. She just hasn't put her things in suitcases yet. You're still waiting in the door, and she's already gone away, emotionally free, in her heart, gone. You're just reading the news. And I know this is where most men fall apart. They cry, they deal, they try to improve, try to mend what she already decided had no value. But don't run after, don't cry, don't get small. Because if she needed to lose herself to find herself, brother, she was never really yours to start with. The larger truth: cheating is not a chance act. It's a journey, a slow wearing away of connection. A woman does not cheat the instant she touches another man. She cheats the instant she stops feeling for you emotionally and makes the quiet decision not to reconnect. That's when it starts. In the day, she ends up trying. In the night, she ends up turning toward you in bed. In the week, she ends by including you in plans. In the month, she begins looking for something else, without ever telling you she ended seeing worth in what you both had. The signs are ever present, but you have to be courageous enough to see them and powerful enough to leave when you do, because here's the difficult truth. If you let someone break your boundaries once, you've shown them it's fine to do it again. So what do you need to do? You remain aware, you remain firm, you pay attention to your gut feeling, and above all, you don't get small for anyone who has grown past their loyalty. Let's look at the big picture for a second. Why does cheating hurt us so much? It's more than shattered trust. It's about the end of a dream, the slow fall of a future you were creating with both hands, the time when we becomes me, and you're stranded in the ruins, wondering if it was ever real. But here's what you have to hear today. It was real. Your hard work, your loyalty, your belief in her, the whole thing was real, even when her promise died quietly out of sight. But here's the truth most men do not see. This isn't only about her. This is about you. This is about what you've accepted in the title of love, about the signs you did not see in the title of hope, about the nights you slept beside her, feeling alone and thinking it was your fault. But not again. Today you open your eyes. Today you end up making reasons for someone else's betrayal. Today you take back your power, not by being angry at her, but by picking you. Because the truth is, you cannot control who cheats on you, but you can control what follows. Bonus tip: watch how she fixes things. This is the most ignored sign and the most critical. Every pair has problems. Every relationship faces rough patches. But what tells apart real love from false loyalty is what she does when things get difficult. Does she come closer, or does she move away? Does she talk, or does she close down? Does she battle for the relationship, or just argue inside it? Because when a woman is really yours, she does not vanish when things get hard. She doesn't hide in silence. She doesn't offer less and say it's space. She appears even when it's tough, even when it's chaotic. So if she's not repairing with you, she's already rebuilding without you. And that, my friend, is your sign. So what next? You've watched the signs, you've listened to the truth, you've known the ache, and now it's time to pick clarity over confusion. To quit guessing, quit making excuses, quit waiting for someone who's already left. You do not require closure from her. You require bravery in yourself. So, here's what I want you to do. Comment the word clarity if you understand this in your heart, if you're finished tolerating emotional neglect, if you're finished questioning your value.
Let this be the day you stop begging to stay in a home you're being kicked out of emotionally. And if you're exhausted from lies, exhausted from manipulation, exhausted from being the sole person holding the relationship together, subscribe. Because on this channel, we do not run after shadows. We make minds strong. We do not teach you how to get her back. We teach you how to always keep yourself again. This is the final part, and you now have all the signs. Share this knowledge with someone who needs it. Subscribe, like, and share this video to help others find their way out of confusion.